from class 7. This lecture, today's our lecture is lecture number 9, chapter number 3, decimals. We are going to discuss about the round of the following decimals up to 3 decimal places. So, part number 1 is 5.4, 1679. Solution is the digit next to 3 decimal places is 7, which is greater than 5. So we increase the digit by 1. You can see there 5.41679, which is approximately equal to 5.417. Now we just change and increase the 6 into 7. The digit next to 3 decimal places is 7, which is greater than 5. So we increase the digit by 1. So by round of the decimal up to 3 decimal places, we get 5.41679, approximately equal to 5.417. Now the part number 3, 0.92517. Here you can see that after 3 decimal places, there is 1 which is less than 5. So we do not increase the digit by 1. Then our answer will be 0.92517, which is approximately equal to 0.925. We did not increase the digit by 1 because 1 is less than 5. Now the part number 4, 3.10351. Here the digit next to 3 decimal places is 5, which is equal to 5. So we increase the digit by 1. Because we know that in the rules we have studied that if we want to reduce the remove the numbers after the decimal places and the number is greater than 5, then we add 1. If the number is less than 5, then we did not add 1. We just remove the remaining numbers. So here you can see that the digits next to 3 decimal places is 5, which is equal to 5. So we increase the digits by 1. Then the equation will be 3.10351, which is approximately equal to 3.104. Now come to the review exercise 3. First of all, we have to answer the following questions. Number 1, define the terminating decimals. As we have already stated that a decimal in which the number of digits after a decimal point is finite is called a terminating decimal. Okay, if you remember, we have studied already in our previous lecture when we start our chapter number 3. You have to mark them or write on your copies or sheets. Define the terminating decimal. A decimal in which the number of digits after a decimal point is finite is called a terminating decimal. Now the part number 2 is write the names of 2 classes of decimals. Write the names of 2 classes of decimals, and the answer is terminating decimals and non-terminating decimals. These are the 2 classes of decimals. Number 1, terminating decimals, and number 2, non-terminating decimals. Now part number 3, which non-terminating decimals are called recurring decimals, which non-terminating decimals are called recurring decimals. The non-terminating decimals in which a single digit or a block of digit repeat itself infinite number of times after decimal point is called recurring decimals. For example, 1.3333. So here the 3 is recurring decimal which is repeat again and again for an infinite number of times. So the non-terminating decimals in which a single digit or a block of digit repeats itself infinite number of times after the decimal point is called recurring decimals. Now part number 4. How many digits after decimal point show a non-terminating decimal? I repeat, how many digits after a decimal point show a non-terminating decimals? The answer is infinite. Okay. There are no limit for many digits after a decimal point to show a non-terminating decimal. So now part number 5. Write the rule to find whether a given rational number is terminating or not. And the answer is, if the denominator of rational number in standard form has no prime factor other than 2 and 5 or 2 or 5, then only then the rational number is terminating. Okay. If the denominator of rational number is in standard form, okay, form has no prime factor other than 2, 5 and 2 and 5, then and only the rational number is terminating decimal number. Now part number 6. What is meant by the term round off in decimals? The term round off is used to leave the digits after the decimal points. The term round off is used to leave the digits after the decimal points. So these are the some questions which we have already studied while we are studying the exercises. Now we are going to discuss about the part number 4, the question number 4 of review exercise 3, which is convert the following into rational numbers. Part number 1, 0.375. The solution is, you know that first of all we have to write 1 below the decimal point. Then we have to put zeros as many as the digits after the decimal point. So there we will put 3 zeros after 1 because there are 3 digits after decimal point. Then after that we have to divide both numerator and denominator with 125. When we divide them with 125, the answer will be 3 by 8, which is equal to 0.375. Now the part number 2 is 0.25. Here again, first of all, we have to write 1 below the decimal point. Then 25 by 100. Now we have to divide 25 with both numerator and denominator. When we divide them, then the answer will be 1 by 4, which is equal to 0.25. Same as 0.5. Again, we have to write 1 below the decimal point and put 0 as many digits after the decimal point. Then in the second step, we will divide the equation to reduce it. So here we will divide 5 with both numerator and denominator. After dividing the equation, we will get 1 by 2, which is equal to 0.5. Same as part number 4, 4.75. The solution is, again we have to put 1 below the decimal point, then put zeros as many as digits after the decimal point. So here the equation will be 475 over 100. Now we have to divide the equation to reduce it. So we will divide 25 with both numerator and denominator. And after dividing the equation, answer will be 19 by 4. So 4.75 is equal to 19 by 4. Now the part number 5, 0.79. Here again, by converting the decimal point into decimal number, we will get 79 by 100. And we know that we cannot reduce the equation because there is no a digit or number by which we can divide 79 and 100 at a time. So we will divide them with 1 and the answer will be 79 by 100. Same as part number 6, 1.29, which is equal to 129 by 100. Here again, there is no number from which we can divide the both numerator and denominator at the same time. So the answer will be 129 by 100. The last part, 2.34. Here again, we have to remove the decimal point by write the 1 below the decimal point and puts zeros as many as digits after the decimal number. So after this, we will going to divide the numerator and denominator by the 2. When we divide the equation, we will get 117 by 50. Now part number 5, which is convert the following into decimal fractions and identify terminating and non-terminating fraction. And the part number 1 is 4 by 5. Solution is, first of all, we have to write the 4 inside the square root and 5 outside the square root. Then we know that 5 is greater than 4. So we have to put point and 0 after the 4. We know that 5 8s are 40. So we will multiply by 5 with 8 to get 40. And the answer, remainder will be 0. The answer is 4 by 5 is equal to 0.8, which is terminating. So part number 2 is 11 by 12. Here again, we will write 11 inside the square root and 12 outside the square root. And we know that the 11 is less than 12. So we will add a point on the upside the bracket and 0 inside the bracket along with 11. Then the value will be 110. Now we will multiply by 9 with 12. Then we multiply them. we will get 108. Again, the remainder will be 2. Now 2 is again less than 12, so we will put 0 along 2 to make it 20. Then we will multiply 12 with 1. The remainder will be 8. Again, we put 0 with 8, make it 80. Then again, we will multiply 12 with 6 to get 72. And the remainder will again 8. So we know that 11 by 12, which is equal to 0.9167, which is not terminating because the equation uh, will not solve. This will continue for infinite time. This equation is non-terminating. Part number 3, 8 by 9. Here again, we will put 8 inside the square root and 9 outside. And we know that it is less than 9. So we have to put 0 along with it to make it 80. And again, when we multiply 9 with 8, we will get 72. The remainder will be 8. Again, we will add 0. Then multiply by 9 with 8 to get 72. And the equation will so on. Thus, this equation is also a non-terminating, which is equal to 8 by 9 is equal to 0.88. Here you can see that we put 8 after 9 after 8 just because we have round off the values, and we know that if the number is while round off the values, the number is greater than 5, then we will add 1 with the last number. So here we write 0.889 instead of 0.888. Okay. Now the part number 4, 1 by 7. Again, 1 inside the square root and 7 outside the square root, and we know that 1 is less than 7, so we have to put 0. Then we will multiply 7 with 1 to get 7. The remainder will be 3. Again, 3 is less than 7, so we will again put 0. And we will multiply 7 with 4 to get 28. Now the remainder will be 20. Now again, we will multiply 7 with 2 to get 14. And so the equation will go on because this equation is also a non-terminating decimal number or fraction number. Thus, 1 by 7 is equal to 0.143. Now the part number 5, 22 by 7. The solution is 3.1 4 to 8, 22 by 7. So here we'll put 22 inside the square root because it is the numerator, and 7 outside the square root, which is denominator. So again we have to multiply 7 with 3 to get 21. So we multiply that. Then the remainder will be 1. Now we know that 1 is less than 7, so we will add 0 to make it 10. Again we will multiply 7 with 1 to get 7, and the remainder will be 3. Then again 3 is less than 7, So we will add 0 again, and 7 4s are 28. The remainder will be 2, and the equation will be so on, which is also a non-terminating decimal fraction. So the 22 by 7 is equal to 3.143. Here again you can see that we have round about the round of the equation 3.1428, which is equal to 3.143, because 8 is greater than 5, so we have to while round of the equation we have to add 1 with 2, then the equation will be 3.143, which is non-terminating. Now the part number 6 is 21 by 6, and the solution is we will put 21 inside the square root and 6 outside the bracket. Then we are to multiply 6 with 3 to get 18. Then we know that 1 is 3 is less than 6, so we have to put 0 to make it 30, and 6 5s are 30, so the remainder will be 0. Thus 21 by 6, which is equal to 3.5, which is terminating decimal number. The last part of the question number 6 is 3 by 10. Here again, we will put 3 inside the square root and 10 outside the square root. And we know that 3 is less than 10, so we have to put 0 along with 3 to make it 30. So we will multiply 10 with 3, get 30, which is also a terminating number because there is no remainder left. So the equation will be 3 by 10, which is equal to 0.3, which is terminating. Now question number 6, round off the following up to decimal places. Part number 1 is 4.5723. Here we just have to write two numbers after decimal point and remove all other the digits. So the digit next to two decimal places is 2, which is less than 5. So we do not increase the digit by 1. Then the equation will be 4.5723, which is equal to 4.57. This question is same as the question number 4. In question number 4, we have the round of the following equation by up to 3 decimal places, whereas in question number 6, we have to round of the equation up to 2 decimal places. So the part number 2 is 107.328. Here again, we know that the digit next to 2 decimal point is 2 decimal places is 8, which is greater than 5. So we increase the digit by 1. So the answer will be 107.328 is equal to 107.33. Here 8 is greater than 5, so we will have to increase one digit, last digit by 1, which is 2. Now after increasing by 1, we will get 3. Now the part number 3, 5.7395. Here again, the 9 is greater than 5, so we will increase the digit by 1. So the equation will be 5.7395, which is equal to 5.74. Same as part number 4, 6.7982. Here again, 8 is greater than 5. So we increase the digit by 1. Then the equation will be 6.79 A2 is equal to 6.80. And the last part of chapter 3 and today's topic is 25.4893. And the solution is the digit next to two decimal places is 9, which is greater than 5. So we increase the digit by 1 to be 25.493, which is equal to 25.49. So class, that is the last question of chapter number 3 and today's topic. Now if you have any kind of question you can ask.